So when people tells you the Botox can literally paralyze your face, at first I didn't believe it, but it did happen to me. Again, I got an injection here in the muscle here. I remember feeling the pain like someone cracked my scalp. It was really weird. And for a long time, I had a weird way of talking. I couldn't move my lips properly, my upper lip in particular. And it lasted for about a year, I believe. And the pain where she hit the muscle, it lasted for a few years. So when doing anything that has to do with surgery, with injections, fillers, be very careful and make sure that your doctor has a lot of experience. If not, you can end up with your face paralyzed.
Let me tell you about the Botox that I recently got, like 10 days ago. Not my first rodeo. I love Botox. I get my forehead, my frown, and my lips done. Right? If it's not for you, then do you, boo. But I love it. I go to a new place because my normal place is fully booked. She's doing the injections and she says, your forehead muscles, I can tell, are really, really strong. You're going to get something called spocking. She explained it. It sounded like a brow lift. And I was like, oh, that's fine. Like, I have hooded eyes. That's okay. Fast forward to the 10 days where it's nearly fully kicked in. Oh, she's spocking all right. What? I've never in my life been able to put my eyebrows up so high. I look like I'm judging the shit out of you. I can't look like the Grinch. If I go like this, I can smell what the Rock is cooking. I look like the kid from Maze Runner, except I paid for my eyebrows to look like this. And I can't help it because I'm so expressive. It's why I need the Botox in the first place. She's wild. She's got a mind of her own. She needs Botox to calm her the fuck down. Look at it. And this is giving ball sack. Like, it is not okay. If your injector tells you that you're going to get something called spocking, you fix that shit on the spot. You don't let it go.
Hi guys, I just want to share a Botox procedure that I did a week ago. It was injecting the wrong spot. So I ended up with a droopy eye and also a bigger eye. I called my primary doctor because I was very scared. It never happened that to me before. So he prescribed the medications I've been taking for a week. I just want to raise awareness before you go to a place and get your Botox done. Try to research the place and also who they inject.
So you might be looking at this video and being like, what's going on with this gal's eye? Why is it half the size and doesn't open? Sometimes when you get a little too much Botox, your eye doesn't open all the way. So who out there has a little bit of a trick or a tip or something to make this bad boy open besides toothpicks? Because that didn't work. So, and this. That also is.
Okay, this video is about the real risks, side effects, and unexpected complications some people have experienced after getting Botox injections. Botox is often marketed as a quick fix for wrinkles, headaches, jaw tension, and even confidence.
Si tu as déjà pensé à te faire du Botox ou que tu en fais déjà, écoute cette vidéo. Il y a un mois, un peu plus d'un mois, j'ai fait faire du Botox au niveau de ma mâchoire pour des raisons quelconques. Par inadvertance, la personne qui m'a injecté trop proche d'un muscle de la bouche. Si vous n'avez pas déjà remarqué, ça fait en sorte que je parle croche. Ça, c'est quand je souris. Comme vous pouvez voir, ce côté-là en bas est complètement gelé, il bouge pas, puis il n'y a rien à faire. Si vous ne saviez pas c'est quoi exactement le Botox, c'est un produit qui va venir geler ton muscle. C'est pas comme des fillers où est-ce que tu as la possibilité d'injecter un autre produit et de les dissoudre. Tu dois attendre que tout le produit ne fasse plus effet avant que ça parte. Donc, il n'y a rien à faire. Donc, ça fait un mois que j'ai la bouche croche et que je parle avec la bouche croche. Puis comme vous pouvez voir, ça tire aussi au niveau de mon muscle ici. J'imagine que c'est des muscles qui sont reliés. C'était vraiment pire quand c'est arrivé. C'est pour ça que j'ai attendu un mois avant de faire ma vidéo, puis même que j'ai hésité avant d'en parler. Mais je trouve ça quand même important d'en parler parce que personnellement, c'était pas quelque chose dont j'étais vraiment au courant. C'est aussi pour vous sensibiliser à faire énormément de recherches avant, voyez, énormément de recherches avant de booker votre rendez-vous avec n'importe quel injecteur. Je vous donnerai pas le nom de mon injecteur. Je pense que c'était quelqu'un de très très qualifié, mais c'est des erreurs qui peuvent arriver quand même. Je sais pas si je dirais erreur ou plutôt complication, parce que je sais que c'est une personne qui fait plein de patients puis que tous les patients sont super satisfaits. Moi, malheureusement, il m'est arrivé de ma chance. Puis, tu sais, moi, c'est au niveau de la mâchoire, mais je sais que ça peut arriver aussi pour ceux qui font le Botox au niveau des pas de doigts ou du front. Tu peux avoir ce qu'on appelle un droopy eye, puis ton œil reste comme à moitié fermé en tout temps, jusqu'à temps que l'effet du Botox soit complètement parti. Heureusement, moi, c'était pas l'œil, parce que ça apparaît pas quand je parle pas, puis si je fais un soft smile. Mais c'est quand même vraiment désagréable. J'ai de la difficulté à manger des sandwichs ou des burgers, parce que quand j'ouvre ma bouche, le côté-là, il reste en haut. Là, je sais que je vais recevoir sûrement beaucoup de commentaires négatifs. Je m'y attends. Mais ça m'a pris quand même beaucoup de courage avant d'en parler ici. C'est une de mes amies qui m'a encouragée à le faire pour sensibiliser les gens. Oh, do I have blush blindness right now? Que, ben, c'est des choses qui peuvent arriver puis que c'est à prendre en considération. Là, je suis pognée avec la bouche croche jusqu'à, 2, 3, 4 mois. Ça peut aller jusqu'à 4 mois. J'espère que ça va être moins long. Je vois déjà une amélioration. Je mentirais pas que quand c'est arrivé, ça a quand même beaucoup affecté ma confiance en moi. Je sais qu'il y en a qui vont dire que ça paraît presque pas, mais moi, je le vois. Surtout quand c'est arrivé, c'était quand même vraiment intense. Puis, ça m'a fait aussi réaliser que je basais beaucoup ma confiance sur l'apparence physique. Fait que ça m'a comme aussi un peu fait réfléchir à ça, ce qui est pas nécessairement mauvais. Dans le fond, j'essaie de voir le positif dans tout ça. C'est que ça m'a fait peut-être réaliser des choses. Je suis pas en train de vous dire de ne pas faire de Botox ou d'injection ou whatever. Je suis pour ce qui peut te rendre plus confortable dans ta peau. Mais c'est quand même quelque chose à prendre en considération avant de booker ton rendez-vous. Donc voilà, c'est pas mal tout ce que j'avais à vous dire. J'ai commandé un nouveau crayon de Rode. Si ça t'intéresse pas, tu peux skipper cette partie-là. Puis je l'ai pris dans la teinte Stretch. On va utiliser l'estompeur, on va l'essayer. Et finalement, pour ma lèvre dans la couleur Ribbon. Et voilà! J'espère que ça vous a appris quelque chose, puis que ça allait peut-être y penser 2 fois avant de booker votre rendez-vous, même si c'est des...
But what happens when the treatment doesn't go according to plan? Across social media, more people are sharing stories that sound very different from the glossy before and after photos. Some describe drooping eyelids, uneven eyebrows, blurry vision, facial weakness, and reactions that left them wondering what went wrong.
So I wanted to come on here and talk about something that I've been recently dealing with. And I didn't know what it was before, but I've had to do like a lot of research to try and figure out what the hell is going on. So what's been going on is I had a Botox treatment a few weeks ago, and about 6 days ago I started getting these really bad panic attacks, and I didn't know what was going on. I was getting like these hot flashes, and there's been a lot of things that have come about, but that was like the beginning of trying to figure out what was going on. And I started to remember this conversation I had had with Ariel Laurie. I went on her podcast last week, and we were talking about Botox and just different treatments, and she had had a really bad Botox experience. She had had Botox poisoning. So when I started feeling this way, it was just so out of the blue. And I remembered that conversation, so I started looking into all of the different side effects that you can get when you do have Botox poisoning, which I've never had, by the way. I've always been open and transparent about the stuff that I do, so and I've been doing a lot less, so I don't even get that much Botox anymore, and I try and push it out as long as possible. But Anyway, I kind of did this to myself. I don't want to like scare people away from Botox and filler, but this is just something that maybe will help people understand, like if they do have something going on, that maybe it could be this, or if they're just like out of the blue experiencing random symptoms, that they know that like it could be potentially something like this. So basically what I did is I had done some gua sha on myself a few days after I got Botox done. And I done it morning and night. And I think what I did is I pushed and spread the toxin into my lymphatic system. So I am now dealing with something that's called MCAS. And what that is, it stands for mast cell activation syndrome, which is basically like an immune response, a histamine response, that just comes with a ton of different issues. So I actually wrote them down, some of my symptoms, so I'll kind of go over those in case anybody has similar symptoms that they want to check. So the biggest one is the panic attacks, like literally feeling like I'm gonna die, and a few times every day. Trouble swallowing, even right now. Hot flashes, cold flashes, like clammy hands, almost like a fever. Swollen tongue, so like again hard to swallow. And my breasts got really inflamed and super painful. They're okay now, but for like a few days they were really bad. My eyes have had major issues like focusing, and they're really dry all the time. I'm like itching them all day. All my gut issues seem to have come back, like bloating, painful like burning and bloating. I almost get like this out of body feeling sometimes, where it's like disassociation. So it's like I'll feel like I'm not even walking. Like it's the weirdest feeling to like not feel like you're in your own body. Very weak in my legs, my hands, my arms. A lot of brain fog and fatigue, like extreme fatigue, like I want to take a nap right now. Headaches is another one that I've been getting a lot of. They aren't super bad, but not good when they come on. So those are just some of the side effects I've been feeling recently, and it's every day. I've been doing like a low histamine diet, but just random foods will still kind of have a really intense response. Like last night, I had my usual like burger and sweet potato, which are very low histamine, and I couldn't even finish my sweet potato, and very shortly after I was in like a really bad panic state, where I like couldn't calm down. I was just like really scared, felt like I was gonna pass out. It's just like it's been like 6 days of this, and I'll kind of go over a few things that I've been doing to manage it, because I can only imagine how much more intense this can be for other people, because I'm a pretty healthy person. So this might be way worse for other people. I cannot imagine it being worse. Like I cannot imagine it for myself, because it's bad enough as it is right now. So again, I wrote everything down. I've been doing a lot of charcoal, not every day today and the last couple of days, but like in the very beginning I did charcoal. Magnesium every day, like twice a day. Glycinate. I use peppermint oil to kind of like put on all of my like receptor areas, like temples. I try and use it on like my lymphatic area too. I've been doing dry brushing like several times a day on all of my lymph areas. I take Benadryl, like half a Benadryl when something's really bad. Like last night I had to take half a Benadryl. Shilajit is another thing I've been trying to have every day in like warm water. A supplement called Methyl Guard I've been taking, which helps with like your heart and your vessels, because you get really low blood pressure. Low histamine food. I've been doing my sauna blanket, that I just started today because I had it packed up, and then I'm in the middle of a move on top of all of this. So it's not ideal timing, and it's really scary, I have to be honest. And I'm not somebody who wants to admit that this could potentially be, the cause of Botox. But again, I just want people to know, if they do have symptoms like this, to consider that it could be potentially this, or even that it's just, the MCAS, which I could have had that maybe lingering before, and the Botox and just having that toxin in my body could have like sparked it. I don't really know. But, you know, we've had to do a lot of research. You can't really test for it. I wish that there was like a definitive test that could tell you that you for sure have like Botox poisoning, but you can't, and it's not talked about a lot. But after researching it, it's everywhere. And me and Ariel talked about it. She helped me out a lot in the beginning, and she told me about all the different symptoms and different like ways to manage it. And very much so, it is clear to me that that's what I have. And the good news is for me that this will wear off when the Botox starts to wear off, but that's still like months away. And in the meantime, it's like a day-to-day kind of struggle. And yeah, it's not fun. So again, I just want to open up about this in case anybody's experiencing something similar, that, you know, I'm working on trying to figure out how to get through this the best I can so that I can also tell people how to manage this. And again, after researching it, there's so many people dealing with this, even without Botox being the cause. And that is just something that's so, I can't imagine living like this and having to deal with this all the time and having no understanding of why it's happening. So yeah, I mean, the one thing I haven't really experienced is things like hives, but I'm kind of itchy, as you can see. I'm very anxious right now and a little bit panicky, and my like hands are sweating, so it's not easy to talk for long periods of time. So yeah, that's what's been going on, and I just wanted to open up about that. And if anybody has any suggestions or going through this, I would love to talk to anybody. And yeah, sorry to be the doom gloom over here, but it is something that I am going to stop doing Botox. I think that would be a question everybody would ask. Yeah, I'm not doing anymore. It's been hell, and it's only been 6 days, and I have a long road ahead of me. So not for me. I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything. I think I'm getting these puppies removed at some point. My body is like attacking itself right now, and it's the worst feeling ever. So
all right, I think it is time for an eye update. No, my hair is not cut off. It is just pulled back. For those of you who do not know, go to my other videos. Basically, I had a Botox injury, and I had double vision, severe double vision, to the point of going on disability, not being able to drive. I am happy to report that after 2.5 months, I think my eyes are almost completely back to normal. I would say the corner turned at the 2-month period. Woke up one day, and I will say I do feel like it wasn't necessarily gradual. I feel like it was sort of sudden, where all of a sudden I was really starting to see things more clearly. And now I would say at about 2.5 months, I'm feeling almost entirely back. So if you are experiencing double vision from Botox, please know that it's just going to be a matter of time. I will say there are some people that I know who went through this, and it took 8 months for their vision to be restored. These people, though, however, were not hitting the gym and going to the sauna. Not saying it's a cure, but it was something that I hit very, very hard and intentionally. My doctor told me to try to do it as much as possible, and I did. This was the hardest time of my life by far, because when you lose one of your like 5 or 6 senses, changes your entire life, especially your vision. I wasn't ever sure if it would come back. I've probably never been more grateful in my life. So I've got this, I already had this grateful tattoo, but it's funny, after I got the grateful tattoo, this happened to me. So life will teach you. Life will say, yeah, you're grateful? Well, let's see, buddy. Let's see how grateful you are. Anyway, I just thank you guys for coming on this journey with me. We're not completely out of the woods, but that's not true. We're out of the woods. I turned 35 in like 3 days. It's the best Christmas birthday gift I ever could have imagined. So if you're scrolling through the internet, scared to death because you have vision problems from Botox, I am a testament to the fact that it will clear up. Give it time. If it is in fact the Botox, it will clear up, and it can take a long time. For some people, it takes a really long time. So the eyes are better, boys. The eyes are better.
Others say the experience affected their daily lives for weeks or even months. Now, it's important to remember that millions of Botox treatments are performed every year, and many people are happy with the results. Okay, but hearing these stories highlights something that often gets left out of the conversation. Every cosmetic procedure comes with risks.
What are you guys doing out there? So, Botox is a synthetic form of botulism toxin, which is one of the most toxic substances known to man. It's wild that people like this are injecting something when she admittedly doesn't know the dosing and has no idea what she's doing, because this is really dangerous. I'm kind of speechless here. Like, the things that people will admit to online is wild to me, but please don't do this at a baseline. Please don't do this at a baseline if you don't know the dosing. And please don't do this at a baseline if you don't understand the risks of this procedure going wrong. So complications from Botox can be as minimal as just irritation at the site of injection, a little worse where it affects muscles you didn't mean to affect, which can affect your vision. Guys, what in the world? DIY beauty treatments need to stop. These things are incredibly dangerous and they need to be used properly. And if you don't even know the dosing, put the syringe down. Your safety and your health are so much more important than having a smooth forehead for a few weeks. Stop. And please report people when you see them selling these things. So legitimate companies do not sell to just anyone. They don't. So if you are seeing something and they are willing to sell to you, a layperson, directly something dangerous like a neurotoxin, please report them to the FDA. They actually have an online reporting form for non-approved products. It looks like this product she got from Korea. The things that I encounter accidentally on this app are wild.
Botox has ruined my life. In late July, I got some Botox units in my masseters for TMJ issues, and 2 weeks later, once it set in, my life completely turned on its head. My work has suffered, my relationships have suffered, I have deep neurological issues, a lot of muscle issues, nerve damage, nerve issues, and I plan on
I am quickly nearing 40 and I decided to get Botox, so I went to a new place. It hasn't been the full 2 weeks, but can you see my lip? My whole right side. Maybe it's Bell's palsy. Okay, is this normal? Also, as I was filming this, I was poking around my face and I realized that I'm kind of like numb. Maybe it's my muscles not working anymore. I don't know.
Okay, friends, I'm coming at you with something a little bit heavy because I have wanted to share my story of Botox poisoning for years, and I'm finally getting around to do it. So, I tried Botox for the first time back in 2020, so about 6 years ago, and I have a history of autoimmune disorders. When I was 26, I was diagnosed with 2 different autoimmune disorders. I have since overcome them through diet, supplementation, lifestyle, etc. I, in 2020, was feeling great, and I just thought, kind of like everybody else, hey, I can make this like my 80-20, you know, like my balance. Like, I'm doing everything else right. You know, I don't put a lot of toxins in and on my body. I can handle a little bit of Botox. So in May of 2020, I went and got very, very conservative, just 3 units on each eye, right around my crow's feet. I didn't do anywhere else. I just wanted to start very small and just make sure I didn't have a reaction. And I seemed to do fine with that. So I went back later that year in December and I let them do the same 6 around my eyes. And then I let them do a little bit in my forehead. Well, that evening, after I got it done in the morning, that evening I'm laying in bed and all of a sudden my husband had just fallen asleep and I was just kind of sitting there and I was like, man, I cannot catch my breath. And I started Googling like side effects of Botox, and turns out like literally the actual like botulism poisoning warning is that you can stop breathing, have trouble breathing, have trouble swallowing. And so that's exactly what was happening to me. I had pretty much an immediate reaction, you know, within 12 hours of that happening. I stayed awake for 24 hours that night. In hindsight, I absolutely should have taken myself to the emergency room. I did not. I think I was very embarrassed. I didn't want to wake my husband up and be like, listen, I got Botox and I'm dying. So I just like toughed it out. I stayed up all night long to make sure I didn't die in my sleep, because that's what I was afraid. I was afraid I was going to stop breathing in my sleep. So following that, I started getting all kinds of migraines in my jaw, and it basically just turned into, like, over the course of 2 years, from like 2020 to like 2022, I just had systemic inflammation. It re-triggered a lot of my autoimmune stuff. I had chronic fatigue again. I had issues with food that I had overcome in the past. It was not good. So it took me a while to detox from that, and I finally did, and I'm here to say Botox is not worth it. I found a group on Facebook with like 50,000 plus women who are all in there telling these stories of, like, horror stories of things that happened to them when they got Botox. And I just didn't know. Like, I should have known. It seems very obvious now that, yes, I was injecting a poison into my body. Like, what did I think? But it seemingly is a common thing. Like, people get Botox all the time, and you don't really hear, especially at that time back in 2020, I didn't really hear a lot of people talking about it. Since then, I've now, like, gone down the rabbit hole, and I do hear more and more women talking about, you know, like, that they are also experiencing a lot of the same things that I experienced. But I just didn't know. So I'm just here to tell you, like, please, before you get Botox, like, do your research. It's just not worth it. Like, losing your health is not worth looking a certain way. Like, I'm 41. I'm just gonna age. I have no Botox. I don't have a filter on right now. I have no Botox. I have no fillers, nothing in my face. Does my face look perfect according to the world standards? No. Does that matter to me? No, it doesn't. I would rather have my health than look a certain way. I mean, I just feel so sad for women, because we're just, I don't know, like, we're pressured all the time to look a certain way and do this or that. And I just want to tell you, like, it's just, you don't have to do those things. Like, it's not worth it. Your health is not worth it. And it's okay to age. I still do things. I like to wear makeup. I like to highlight my hair. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But Botox is kind of a whole different level of, like, injecting a known toxin like that, like, right into your bloodstream. So I just encourage you to think about why you're doing it, and maybe take a step back and ask yourself, like, is this really worth it? You know, whose standard am I trying to meet? Am I being a good example to other girls and women around me? Like, I have a daughter, then I want her to know, like, I'm accepting of myself. Like, I'm okay. I'm aging. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I glow from the inside out because I live a healthy lifestyle, and that is way more important to me than trying to meet a certain beauty standard. So anyway, I hope this story can help someone. That's my purpose of sharing it. It's not to be judgmental. If you're doing Botox right now, I'm not judging you. And I hope that you don't ever experience the same thing that I experienced. But anyway, that's all.
Remind me to never get Botox, to get an eyebrow lift. Oh my god, I feel so fucking ugly. My eyebrows are usually, like, way lower. So this is really, like, my third time getting Botox. And I was like, you know what? This time around, let's do a cute little fox eyebrow lift. I feel so fucking ugly. I can't even do a surprise face because my eyebrows look insane. What the fuck is this? I have never seen my eyebrows do that. Look how high that shit goes. Oh my god. I feel like with certain face expressions, like, I look crazy. I feel like my natural eyebrow placement just suits my face better. I feel like I look crazy with these. I think I noticed when I did, like, a surprise face, I was like, why the fuck do my eyebrows look like that? Look how high up they go. That is... Ew, they literally look like Angry Bird brows. Oh my god, I have dead ass never seen my eyebrows do that. And I have never seen my eyebrows go that high up. And today I actually have my follow-up appointment. I'm gonna be like, can you reverse this shit somehow? I think they could add a little bit more Botox to, like, lower the eyebrow down, so it could look more like my natural eyebrows, because if I have to look like this for 3 or 4 months, it's literally gonna drive me insane. I guess I just am naturally pretty, because why do I feel prettier with my regular face? Oh my god, they look so ugly.
Hey guys, I'm on my way to work, but I wanted to show you guys my Botox. It's been about 14 days now. So look at my forehead and frown. That's good. Smile lines. I don't know if you noticed, there's something off with my eyes. This eyelid right here, I don't know if you can tell. No, I'm sure you can tell. It is drooping. Yeah, it's been drooping since, I want to say 3 days ago. I woke up and my eyelid was drooping and freaking out. I already messaged them. They said it's gonna take several weeks for it to go away. There's like eye drops I can do and take some antihistamine to get the fluid out. I guess it's like more fluid buildup. My eyebrow isn't drooping, it's just the eyelid. So let me know if that's happened to you.
One of the most surprising themes is how unpredictable the outcome can be. A treatment meant to create a subtle refresh can sometimes lead to unexpected changes in facial expressions. In some cases, people joke that their eyebrows suddenly developed a personality of their own. Funny until you're the one staring at the mirror. Others shared more serious concerns, including vision problems, difficulty with certain facial movements, and symptoms that sent them searching for answers. Whether every symptom was directly related to Botox or not, the common thread was a regret that they hadn't fully understood the potential downsides beforehand. Okay, the bigger lesson here isn't necessarily never get Botox, it's that informed decisions matter. Research your provider, ask questions, understand both the benefits and the risks, because when it comes to altering your appearance, even a routine procedure deserves careful consideration. Sometimes the most valuable beauty treatment isn't